So I've been just having, the feeling to make a whole bunch of videos here lately, and I have these talks with myself all the time inside my head because I'm weird. So I was just, for having this conversation to myself, and I was like, maybe I'll make a little video since I'm doing nothing else anyways, and I'll probably forget to do anything else later, so with the concept. But it was about what I'm trying to establish, like my dream and my goals in life, and how they really haven't changed much. Like, of course, I've had a lot of changes and stuff like that, but like essentially my path and like what I want to do and different things like that. Like, I had visions at 24 years old knowing what I wanted to do in life. I had moments where I knew my potential and where I needed to be at and where I'm going to be at and the stuff that I'm going to accomplish. Like, I could see it and envision it. But then the thing is when I started to actually try to apply that to my life and live that, and I try to recognize that and say, this is what I want to embody, and this is what I want to do and be and become, it seemed like every single person around me did nothing but try to convince me otherwise. I had established myself in life quite a bit at these younger ages, and it's like I put so much force and effort into trying to make these things work instead of just allowing them to be there. I try to just say, oh no, it's not actually like that, and I can make it different. I can apply my power to something and change it to a point to where it's an entire different outcome than my own intuition is telling me it is. And the thing is that's not the case. When you have intuition and you have the ability to see these things, you can't deny that that's what it is. And no matter how much you force and try to change it, it's not going to change unless there's other things being applied to that. Like, you can't just keep pushing on a brick wall. There's other things that have to happen for you to knock down a brick wall. So, like, what I'm saying is I started getting to where I recognize this. I took this as these people telling me that's how they thought of me. I took it as no matter how much I tried to accomplish and succeed in life and apply myself in these different directions and fields and be something, because of the insecurities and my weaknesses that I allowed people to pretty much bank on, keep me on that wheel and train of thought and oh, look over there type of shit. It took me a lot longer to really establish these things. And then also all the hurt and stuff from my childhood and a lot of traumas that I didn't process a lot. So it was like I didn't even realize they were even there until I started working on myself. And then, like, once you start really healing yourself, it's not like hey, yeah, I'm healed, I'm done, oh, that was cool, that was only like a day of work, no, like, you go through, like, I don't know, it's like you just keep digging, and then you just keep finding stuff, and you just keep finding stuff, and it's like things hit you out of nowhere that's just like, holy shit, what was that? Like, wow, that brought back a lot that I didn't even think about for a long time, So it's like, I feel like a lot of people have these, but we don't take the time to actually dig and figure these things out. So, you know, always find you and find, these things that are bothering you and holding you back, along with setting boundaries with people around you and recognizing how they treat you and taking that as it is. Don't change it. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't lie to yourself. Don't tell yourself it's something different because you want it to be something different, because you want that love and attention and affection. That's what I was getting at about the whole childhood thing is, I allowed narcissistic people to really control me for a long time just because I wanted to feel love and acceptance and that family, feeling and all this other stuff. And that thing is I never even had that. Like, even with that control and, giving up everything of myself and trying to people please, like, that literally never made anybody happy. And still to this day, like, even after all that, like, these people still have the nerve to act like none of that ever existed, and I'm just not something that they ever cared about. And to me, you can't say that you love somebody if one action that they decide in their life changes everything, especially whenever it comes down to a choice and a decision that they make in life, whenever it was a very hard decision and something that took them over 8 years to fucking do. So I'm just saying, I recognize my own self, and I recognize what I went through, the things that I have accomplished, and also the strength that it took me to do things that I did. And I understand that not a lot of people understand why I did the things that I did, and that's okay. I'm not going to go into details if you know me personally, but like, it's really just because I recognized this a long time ago. These were things that were established and uncovered and made known for a long time. It wasn't something that was hidden. So, I had conversations with my ex-husband about, how I recognize these things, how I wanted to change things, how I wanted to establish our future together and all this other stuff. And I wanted him to apply himself. I wanted him to actually be present in life. And instead, it was a very hard road of alcoholism, to be completely blank about it. And of course other things, but like, you have to get over your own demons and your own, struggles. My problem for a long time was I kept going back to drinking because I was surrounding myself with people who drank. My dad was an alcoholic, and then I learned that alcoholism is very much genetic. Whenever your parent is an alcoholic, you have a 50% chance of being alcoholic. That's very, very big. So, I'm just saying, take time to recognize things and know your worth, know your potential, and know your strength. Don't allow others to tell you who you are. Don't, just accept things that lower you. Accept things that people are trying to show you that they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you want to accept. Don't lower yourself or your own standpoint. Raise yourself. And then when you're raising yourself, literally think of it as raising yourself like a parent. Okay? Be kind to yourself. Guide yourself. Okay? Talk to yourself as if you are your own parent. Okay? And then also, whenever you know what you want to do in life, don't give up on it. And even when you got to keep restarting, restart. Because guess what? It ain't going to restart itself. And doing it 10 years from now isn't going to be anytime sooner. So, think about what you want to do in life. And put action into it. Be present.